Hello! Welcome back for another STEAM project today. We are going to start today with some science, and then later we're going to do a fun craft project that involves flowers. So kind of still sciencey, but not so much. So we're going to definitely be crossing the intersection between science and art today, all day, because today we are starting off with a rainbow bottle. So what that means is that we are going to make solutions of water and salt and food coloring, and we're going to try and layer them inside of a glass bottle. Now I will tell you, I have already tried this like 5 different times, and I definitely keep screwing it up. So if it doesn't work out this time either, I'm really sorry. I promise I did get it to work really well once. The thing is that you have to get really good concentrations of the amount difference between the amount of salt for each color. So in front of me already I have my red, orange, yellow, green, and blue, and I'm going to show you making the purple so that you don't have to watch me make every color because it is a little tedious. When I filmed a previous version of this, it was like a 20-minute long video, and I was like, nobody wants to watch that. So I thought I would just prep and have most of my colors ready so that I can just show you how to do one. Now in these cups, like I said, I have red here. So this one has no salt because I want my rainbow to go from purple at the bottom up to red. So, and the way that this works is that the denser colors are going to go to the bottom. That means they need the most salt. So for red, I want it at the top. So my solution for red is just water, no salt. And then going down my line, I have some salt, a little more salt, lots of salt. And in purple, we're going to do a crap ton of salt. I did measure it, but I just have a spoon. If you have a teaspoon at home, that would be a half a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoons, 2 teaspoons, 2.5 teaspoons, and food coloring, and that's all you need. So like I said, water, salt, food coloring, that's all you're going to need, and then you're going to need a bottle to put it in. Now the bottle I have is really little tiny, because that's what I could find here, but you can put it in any size bottle you like. The thing is, you do kind of want a smaller, skinnier bottle. Big fat bottles will work too, but it doesn't look quite as nice when the sun shines through the rainbow colors. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and make some purple. So I have my cup here, and sorry, I just cut my head off. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? I'm gonna go ahead and do this is a 1/4 cup of water. You can also do like a third, you do however much water you want. I am making way more water than I could possibly ever need for the size of bottle that I have. All right, so to this, because I want purple, and I'm really bad at getting purple, it almost always turns out black, but we're gonna try anyway. Little bit of red. Come on. Okay, a little bit of red and a little bit of blue, and we're gonna hope we get something that looks remotely like purple. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix my 2 food colorings together. That's the purplest I've got it yet, which isn't saying much because I've had really bad time getting it purple. But all right, now I have 2 spoons in here. I'm gonna double that, not quite double it. I'm gonna add like a little bit more than that to here so that it does not mix with my blue. 1, 2, and we'll do 1 more. So that's nice and salty. Super salty. Okay, now the very important part here is that this is a solution, but the salt is just not gonna instantly go in to our solution, so we're gonna have to stir it. And we're gonna have to stir it really good. And you're gonna keep stirring it until you think that all of the salt is gone. Because if you don't, then the salt will ruin the bottle. And this is why the other movies were all, oh my gosh. Other ones I filmed of this project were all like 20 minutes long because I sat here, and stirred for forever. But we're just gonna keep stirring so that all the salt goes away. Stir. And like I said, I've gotten this to work 2 times out of the 5 that I've tried it. So hopefully this time it will look good. If not, I promise it does work. It's just really, I'm not great at it, I guess. and there's a reason I'm a librarian and not a scientist, I suppose. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I got my salt pretty well dissolved, so I'm gonna start filling my tiny bottle. So, since I want purple at the bottom, I'm gonna start with purple. And I have this little squirter bottle. If you have a pipette, that is great. If you don't, you can just use a straw. Do that thing where you stick it down in, put your finger on top and pull it out and put it in. The very important thing is that if you just kind of squirt all of the colors in at once, you're definitely going to get brown. That's part of why I think I've been so bad at this, is because I'm kind of impatient and I just squirt really fast. But you don't want to. The only one you want to squirt straight in is going to be our purple, which in there definitely looks like blue, but it doesn't look black, so I guess that's better than some of my other ones. And now I'm going to give this a quick stir because it's been sitting a while. The salt has probably snuck on out. Stir, stir, stir. Okay. So, in we go, and these are probably just going to mix right into each other because they both look like blue. You just very slowly want to push in some of your new color. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and remix my green and make sure that it looks okay. Alright, and let's get some green. And just slowly add the green in. And it's trying to mix a little bit with my blue, but I think we're doing okay. Slowly, slowly. I have this terrible habit. That's what happens every time. I'm going so nice and slow and it's doing the layer, and then my finger goes and it all shoots in at once. But it's okay. Tell you what, I'll dump it out and we'll start again. Okay. Whoop! I am making a huge mess, but it's okay. I'll clean up after myself. Okay, so let's try that again, and I will try not to shoot the green too fast. Okay, let's do some blue. And we'll do some green. There we go. That's what I want to see. Guess the key for me is to use my thumb and not my pointer finger. Pointer finger must get too anxious. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing and put in our yellow. Slow, slow. Okay. It's a little mixy, but you can still see the change. I'll hold it up closer whenever we get all the colors in here so you can see it. All right, and last but not least, we're going to add in our red. All right. Well, it's not the best that I've gotten it, but you can see the whole rainbow. Except that I'm just now realizing that I totally skipped violet, but it's okay, we still have a rainbow. And there you can see red and orange at the top, and then there's kind of a yellowy green in the middle, and then a blue-green at the bottom, because I did still manage to kind of squish together the blues and the greens. But I think it looks nice. I'm very glad that it kind of worked that time, so that I didn't look like a total liar when I told you all that it does work half the time. So, if you want to try this at home, let me just run through the directions again. You are going to need a cup for every color that you want to do, You are going to then fill those cups with the same amount of water. You will add your food coloring. You will choose which color you want to be the bottom. Into that one, you're going to add the most salt. If you have 5 cups, that is going to be 2 teaspoons of salt. And then to the next color, it'll be 1.5 teaspoons. It'll be 1 teaspoon in the next cup, a half teaspoon in the next cup, and no salt at all in the last cup. You're going to stir those really, really good until there is no salt left sitting on the bottom of your cup. And at that point, you're going to start adding them to your bottle. And I would recommend stirring as you go because some of the salt settles really fast. So if you give this a try, I hope you manage to get somewhat of a rainbow. It can be very frustrating, so have some patience. Like I said, I had to try this like 5 or 6 times to even get what I've got here, and it's still not exactly what I kind of pictured in my head. But now I hope you have some fun making some art using science. So check back later, like I said, for that flower smashing art project that I'm going to show you how to do. And don't forget, at noon on Instagram Live, I will be going live with some fun book recommendations. So I'll see you guys later. Bye!